Deep in the ash, in the shadow of Red Mountain, lie the ruins of the once great capital city of the Sixth House, the lost city of Kogaroon. Fallen to decay and lost to time, these ruins of the devilish Sixth House are far from empty. For the minions of Dagoth still lurk here, great corpus beasts, undead abominations, and still more horrors creep through the shattered halls of Kogaroon. For those who dare to venture here, untold terrors await within, tormented souls plagued with the blight, great heaps of blood and gore, bones upon bones, sick, twisted offerings to decayed Sixth House of corpus flesh. Danger stalks these halls, but for those who survive, great treasures, lost relics, and heaps of loot are their prize. A dungeon delve worthy of the Sixth House. And that brings me to today's More the Day, which today is Kogaroon Extinct City of Ash and Sulphur by D-Manufacturer 87. A dungeon overhaul mod that covers both the interiors and exteriors of Kogaroon. An atmospheric makeover that transforms the once bland, lightly detailed Dunmer stronghold of Kogaroon into a proper ruined city. Now, fun fact, this is not the first time that we've showcased this mod. We previously showcased it in January of 2023, but it has gone through a bit of a name change, and has had quite a bit more added to it since then. It was originally only an exterior overhaul, as covered in our Kogaroon Revisited showcase. But now it's been expanded with interior overhauls and a much more detailed exterior. Kogaroon is now in a secluded valley, with rocky cliffs surrounding the core Dunmeri stronghold. Great stone arches guard the roads leading in and out, and massive ashen parasol mushrooms populate this hidden valley, lending the environments of Kogaroon a unique bit of flora, distinct from the rest of the Ashlands region. Great flows of lava from Red Mountain pour down one of the hillsides, while ruins of the former city, crumbling and torn from years of neglect in this harsh wild environment, cluster around the roads leading to the stronghold proper. Among the ruins, strange statues can be found, altars perhaps to some figures of the Sixth House. But beware of disturbing the offerings, for removing such treasures isn't without a cost, or a bit of danger. Inspired, at least in part, by the design of Kogaroon and ESO, the stronghold has been reimagined as a harsh, inhospitable place. But not one without verticality, for it now has a great tower, overlooking the ruins of the city below, with a fiery flame that dominates the night sky. And as you approach the city of Kogaroon, you'll hear the rumblings of Red Mountain, quakes beneath the ashen soil that herald volcanic disruptions. This includes an earthquake camera shaking effect, which, although first pioneered using MWC way back in 2017 by the mod Shattered Stones, it currently is only supported by OpenMW for Kogaroon Extinct City of Ash and Sulphur. Regardless of engine though, you'll hear the earthquake sounds and see the shader effects inside, as dust will fall from the ceiling just whenever Red Mountain rumbles. Now, it's worth mentioning that D-Manufacturer 87 does have a full 24-minute gameplay showcase of Kogaroon Extinct City of Ash and Sulphur on his YouTube channel, including all the proper earthquake-shaking effects, which you can find just linked right down below, and also up somewhere in the cards. I'd also I'd recommend subscribing to this channel. He has quite a few Morrowind videos highlighting just various mods, utilizing an honestly impressive OpenMW graphics setup. But anyway, moving on inside, you'll find the once barren halls of Kogaroon have been just fully remastered, given a level of creepy atmospheric detailing that they were just utterly lacking in the vanilla game. Dismembered corpses and bones litter the hallways, bugs, fungi mushrooms poking out of the floors, webs and moss hanging from the walls, blood-soaked stones, rubble-lined corridors, creepy atmospheric lighting foretelling of the horrors and fights that lurk deeper in this six-house citadel. The vanilla Kogaroon is a dungeon with 10 interior cells, and Kogaroon Extinct City of Ash and Sulfur overhauls them all, adding new furnishings, particle effects, bone piles and nests, a multitude of shrines, fiery portals, even potted plants, and a surprising array of colorful lights. Not just the reds of the sixth house, but greens and blues, and even a bit of purple, to make the atmosphere of each interior pop, giving it a unique and distinguished look. And now, I'm not going to do a room-by-room comparison with the vanilla game, but I will show you just a few examples of how this all compares with the vanilla game environments. Or at least, the environments without Kogaroon Extinct City of Ash and Sulfur enabled. As you can see here, via split screen, the vanilla environments were incredibly plain. Passable, maybe for 2002, but a far cry from the quality standards of 2023. Comparatively, the scenes from Extinct City are rich and vibrant, with lots of detail and environmental design, providing for a rich dungeon delving experience. Covering all 10 dungeon cells, that means you'll go from the Citadel of Kogaroon, with its temples and domes and large underground chambers, to darkly lit caverns, the paths marked with staked skeletons, lighting the way to still further chambers of horror. Further along, ancient sewers are to be found, alongside bubbling pools of lava deep in the cavernous dark, and a path that leads all the way to Red Mountain itself. Full of disturbing scenes and exciting encounters, this is an overhaul that's truly worthy of the sixth house, and a worthy contender for the best Kogaroon mod out there, alongside the 2018 release of Kogaroon Expanded. Team Manufacturer has done just an amazing job of bringing this location to life, making it feel like a truly important dungeon location, one that deserves a place in the pantheon of main quest dungeon delves. Again though, Team Manufacturer has a number of more detailed videos of this impressive mod on his YouTube channel, and I would encourage you to check those out. But for now, suffice to say, this is an excellent overhaul, and one I would strongly recommend, and also one that's compatible with the vast array of other Ashland and Red Mountain overhauls out there, like, a devilish Rocky Red Mountain. But anyway, that's just our more of the day. So, as always, I've been your host, Rick Elf Guy. Thanks for watching, stay safe, stay healthy, happy modding, and I'll see you all next time.